This couple is ready for the next big step in life. Gary and Tony want to have a baby. A family to them meant having their own biological child. That means doctors, lawyers, and a whole lot of money. And women. Not one, but two women.
If my grandmother were to know the entire situation, I think she would give up.
One to donate an egg, another to carry a baby.
They are coming out of the gate right now.
I'm nervous. I'm nervous too.
Note that all bags are subject to search.
You ready for this? I think so. They've told me a bit about the procedure, so I'm not terribly worried. I just kind of want to get started, get it over with.
Holly's been taking fertility drugs to increase her egg production.
I'll get an IV started. We're also going to bring you back into the procedure room. The embryologist will come in, they'll say hi, they'll identify you.
Now her eggs will be extracted so they can be fertilized with Gary's sperm.
There's an egg. She's doing great. We're definitely retrieving eggs from all of the follicles. We're all finished.
Hey, okay. How are you? Good. That's great to see
The doctor emerges with good news.
She did great. The procedure, we finished here, sit down. The egg retrieval went great. We got 14 eggs.
Wow, we're gonna go make a baby together, kinda.
Gary and Tony have begun their journey to having a baby.
Holly's always welcome.
Thanks.
So she's never going to have to feel like she's being denied something. You know, I think she gets it. I think she gets that she's giving us this incredible gift. And it's pretty amazing.
But this isn't the only new woman in their lives. The law requires them to hire a different woman, a surrogate.
Don't I look like a cafeteria lady?
Cindy hopes to make Gary and Tony's world better with a baby, if she can get pregnant. They don't want to miss a moment, even if they have to join her by video conference.
In just a few moments, about to transfer the 2 embryos.
You're welcome. Y'all have fun. We'll see you in a little bit.
Gary's sperm and Holly's egg have made an embryo. A doctor implants the embryo in Cindy, hoping it will develop into a healthy fetus. If the procedure works, Gary and Tony could become just 2 of an estimated 1,000 gay men in the U.S. to become fathers using a surrogate.
We stand at a unique moment in the history of our nation. The challenges we face are unprecedented in their size and scope, and we cannot rely on quick fixes or easy answers to put us on the road to recovery. In this new century, we need to build a new foundation for economic growth in America. My administration has already begun this work with dramatic new investments in education, healthcare, and clean energy. Investments that will create new jobs and lay the foundation for lasting prosperity. But we can't do this alone here in Washington. We can rebuild our schools, but we need people to be mentors and tutors in those schools. We can modernize our healthcare system, but we need volunteers in our hospitals and communities to help care for the sick and help people lead healthier lives. We can invest in clean energy, but we need people to use energy-efficient products in their homes and train for the green jobs of the future. Economic recovery is as much about what you're doing in your communities as what we're doing here in Washington. And it's going to take all of us working together. That's why today I'm calling on all of you to make volunteerism and community service part of your daily life and the life of this nation. And when I say all, I mean everyone, young and old, from every background, all across this country. We need individuals, community organizations, corporations, foundations, and our government to be part of this effort. And I hope you will continue the service work you begin this summer for the rest of your life. Because America's new foundation will be built one community at a time, and it starts with you.
I wondered what it would be like to volunteer as an African American in the Peace Corps. Growing up, I've always been asked about my ethnicity, and I've been comfortable being the minority in a group. I'm very used to the questions of, "What are you?" and having to explain that my mother is white or Caucasian and my father is black or African American, thus I'm African American. But would I have to explain all of this again in the Peace Corps? Will there be other minorities serving in the Peace Corps? Are the people I will be serving going to understand my race and ethnicity? Being of African American descent, I was drawn to Africa for a personal connection to my own cultural identity, and when my invitation to the Republic of Guinea came in the mail, I was beyond excited. I was eager to learn about the cultural and social norms, the traditions, history, politics, and religious institutions of Guinea. When I met my fellow volunteers at staging, I was happy to see a diverse group of people. It put me at ease knowing that I was not the only minority serving. It was also nice to see the age difference amongst us, and I was surprised to see a married couple in the group. Throughout our 3 months of training, we participated in diversity training, which emphasized the importance of diversity within our own group and how many different ethnic and cultural backgrounds bring creativity to the communities we serve in Guinea. It was very interesting to learn the different ethnic groups in Guinea and learn the sociological history of its people. As I settled into communal life in West Africa, I found that the people of Guinea were very excited and proud to learn that I and my family were descendants from Africa. I enjoyed the many conversations I had with my village friends and family on subjects such as African migration and what it means to be African American. One of my most defining moments in my life was when El Hassan, a soccer player who became my workout and training partner, questioned my identity. I quickly responded and said, "I'm African American." "No, you're not," he told me. "Yes, I am. My father is black and my mother is white. I'm black, African American. Black people, or descendants from Africa, are African Americans in the United States," I explained. "No, you're not," El Hassan maintained. "I mean, I know who I am." He then challenged me. "What African traditions do Black Americans or African Americans practice in the United States?" he asked. I realized that I personally didn't have very many of my own, and at that very moment, I felt American. I then understood his perspective, and it was one I hadn't considered before. Maybe I don't have much of an African cultural identity, but more of an ethnic heritage identity. And to some, that could be considered Black American. My friend El Hassan showed me a new perspective and viewpoint and challenged my own perceptions. Peace Corps gave me the opportunity to have these types of conversations, in another language I might add, with others from different cultural backgrounds. I am so grateful to Peace Corps and to the people of Guinea who all aided in my personal growth. Life is calling to all, including people of diverse backgrounds.
Libby Phelps Alvarez is here. Appreciate you being here. Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
I'm wondering, first of all, what was it like to grow up with this? I mean, did it seem normal to you?
Yes, it was very normal. I started going to the church like the first Sunday after I was born, and we started picketing when I was 8 years old, and we started at a local park, and it was normal. We started out just once a week, and then we went to daily, and we started picketing churches.
Why do you picket service members who have nothing to do with gay people? They hold signs about gay people at these funerals. What were you told about that?
They picket soldiers' funerals because the soldiers are fighting for a country that supports homosexuality. And so they don't think that they should do that. And that's why they go and picket there. And they're also picketing there to warn the family members and friends of the fallen soldier that if they don't repent, they're going to go to hell, just like that fallen soldier.
And
that's what they believe. And I was taught, that's what I was taught to believe, and I believed it when I was there. And then I got to an age where I started questioning some things, and then it just got to a point where I ended up leaving.
So it's really, your grandfather is Fred Phelps, is that right?
Fred Phelps Sr. is my grandpa, and Fred Phelps Jr. is my dad.
Okay. So now that you've left, I mean, have they shunned you? Do they talk to you?
No, and I knew this going into it because there were a couple of people that left before me. I knew that I would never be able to talk to my family again, which is sad because our family, those are the only people that we grew up with. Those are the only people we were allowed to associate with and to become friends with and make memories with. And so I was pretty much leaving everything.
So when you were at these protests, did you ever feel bad?
In the moment, I thought I was doing the right thing. I thought I was.
You really thought you were doing it?
I did. I honestly did. I thought I was loving my neighbor. I thought the only way to love your neighbor was to tell them that their sins were taking them to hell. I honestly thought I was doing the right thing.
But because it's weird, because in these pictures, you're smiling and you're carrying these signs which are so deeply offensive to so many people.
I didn't think it was offensive when I was there. I understand now, looking back on it, that I hurt people's feelings. I hurt people, and I'm sorry for that.
But you knew it was offensive to the families of a service member. You knew it was offensive to gay people, but you didn't really care about that.
I thought I was doing good. I honestly did. I thought the way to love my neighbor was to tell them that their sins were taking them to hell.